Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday, December 7th, 2022. Can't believe we're already in December and it's the 7th. I have got to get some Christmas shopping done and in the mail because I'm not going back home for Christmas this year. So got a lot to do in a little time. But today we are going to make a cute little gift box with a bottle of alcohol, just mini, and a little can of peanuts for the men or the women. Makes great stocking stuffers. But first of all, a couple announcements. I still have my adhesive packs. They're $40 and that includes shipping. You get this nice little clear bag, glue dot, stamp and seal, refill for it, liquid glue, dimensionals, tear and tape, a lot of goodies for $40. That includes priority shipping and you get the bonus glue holder. So these make great gifts if you know anyone who needs a crafting gift. It has all the supplies, all your adhesives in there for you. And a reminder to share my video. When you share my video, I have a prize and I draw from the people who shared. And this week it's going to be the a package of the silver and gold specialty paper. So don't forget to share my video so I can put your name into a drawing to win this, and I'll announce next week. I had also said that I was going to show some sneak peeks. So there was just one bundle that I've been able to play with so far, and that's the sweet citrus bundle. I don't even remember the names yet, but here's a little sneak peek real quick. This is going to be in my tutorial for next month, in my Sweet Stampin' Friends tutorial. What I love about this, you can make so many different citrus. These are supposed to be grapefruits. Here's my limes. My lime card. Here's my lemon card. And this also has some flowers in it, so I just created this card with some flowers. And that's kind of all that I've been able to do, but that's the little sneak peek that I have for today. If you need a celebration catalog and the new mini catalog that goes live January 4th, just let me know. I'll post a link after this video so that you can fill out a request form, and then I will get one out to you. Mine are supposed to be coming today. I believe that's it. Let's create. Here is what we are going to be making today. So this is a little, I call it a cocktail goodie box. It's got some bourbon in it and a little mini can of peanuts. One day I went to World Market and I was looking at all their mini stuff, and then I found these little cans of peanuts. And this is a nice little snack. Somebody wants to make them a cocktail and have a snack. There you go. So let's get started. We are going to start out with some shaded spruce. And I forgot to tell you, my project sheet tutorial, this goes out to my email subscribers on Sunday. So if you want to get the step-by-step instructions, just join my email list, and I'll put a link to that as well on my post. So we're going to start out with a piece of shaded spruce, and we're going to cut it at 4.5 by 9. So let's pull that arm out and go 9. You could always just cut off 2 inches because you know that this is 11 inches, and we're going to score that. On this long side, we're going to score it at a 1/2 inch. There's 1/2, 2 3/4, 4 3/4 and at 7. And that's it on this piece for now. So we can go ahead and burnish all those score lines. Is everybody else pretty much ready for Christmas? We had our decorations up early, but I just haven't been able to get out and shop. And like now, I don't even like being around the crowds. So this 1/2 inch section here is where we're gonna put our tear and tape. And so this next section is gonna be our top panel. So we're gonna put our die cuts in here. So we're gonna use the stitched circles from the Stylish Shapes, and we're just gonna go like that. So let me get my cut and emboss machine. Oops. I don't know why I took the plates out. So you're gonna do the first section that is next to your 1/2 inch section. And these are gonna fit in here just right. This one, it looks like it's edge to edge, but it'll cut perfectly. It'll fit. All right, so let's cut this out. And you can save these circles. We're not using them for this project, so you can save them for another project. Put this out of the way. And I should tape this down. This keeps moving. Let me tape it so it stops moving on us. So then now let's add our tear and tape to that 1/2 inch section. And I always like to push it down so that our tear and tape stays, and just fold this over. And there's your box. I had something on my tear and tape there. And there's your box. So now we can see our peanuts are gonna fit in there, and our bottle of alcohol is gonna fit in there. Okay, so let's set these aside, and now we need another piece of shaded spruce, and this one is gonna be 4.5 by 5. So let's go 4.5 by 5. And we are not going to, there's no scoring on this, but we're gonna use the trio punch, the very best trio punch. And let me make sure I got the right side, which is the 4-inch side. And we're gonna use this little one right here. So you're just gonna stick your paper in there, cut it, and then you have to turn it over to make sure you get the same cut. Line it up and cut. If you make the mistake of not turning it over, it's not gonna match. So we're gonna save this, and then now we're gonna get the DSP, and we are gonna use the Santa's delivery DSP. And so for this piece is gonna be 4 3/8, 4 3/8 by 2 7/8. So let's go 4 3/8, which is the one before the half, by 2 7/8, which is just before the 3. And you know what? I cut this wrong, because we want the fa la 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 at the top. So we got to go this way, 4 3/8 by 2 7/8. So it's the direction of what you're gonna put on your, you know, you want this. If I would have did it the other way, it would have, the words would have been this way. So now we're gonna go ahead and do the same with the corners. We're going to punch this one here, turn your paper over again, and punch this one. And this is just to make this nice and fancy, and then we're just going to lay it like that. So let's go ahead and get our liquid glue. And believe me, I've made a lot of mistakes forgetting to turn my paper over, and my corners didn't match. So take my word for it. Be sure and turn it over. Okay, so now this is going to attach to here. So you, one of two ways, you can either just put your glue here, or you can put it here to make sure that you do get it all. And just line it up the bottom and sides, and you'll be good to go. And we're going to let that sit for a little bit. It's good, but we're going to cut our piece that's going to go on the front. And on that one, I use the same DSP. This is all the Santa. Can you tell I've been creating stuff with this? I've been using the trains. We're going to use this one that says ho ho ho. This is going to be 4 3/8 by 1 7/8. So again, paying attention to the direction of the words. The 4 7/8's got to be this way. So we're going to cut the 1 7/8 this way first. So 1 7/8, which is just before the 2, and 4 3/8, which is just before the half, and that'll be the correct direction for the front of your box. See, your ho ho ho. So let's glue this on. And I really like this Whiskey Business stamp set. It was one of the first that I had got when the catalog came out. And then I hadn't used it, and I thought, you know what? Let's pull that out and use it. And I was like, what was I gonna do with those peanuts? It's funny how you go to the store, you buy stuff, and then you figure out your projects after. So let's set that aside, and let's get over to the hard part. So like I said, I'm using the Santa's Delivery stamp set, ho ho ho, and You Make the Season Jolly. And I have the dies. These are both retiring soon, so if you want them, you should get them. It's an adorable set. I'm only using the bow out of here. And then we have the Whiskey Business stamp set, and we are going to use the bottle, and we're going to stamp 2 glasses. So let's get those together. And I have all my stuff here. I don't know if you guys had seen my post before about me. I was practicing my coloring because I was trying to get the whiskey right. And what I found is I had to end up mixing 2 colors to try and get some whiskey looking color, if that makes sense. So I am using, this is the medium dark. When I purchased those, they were numbers, so this is the 600 I'm using. Hi, Kay's Cards. Oh, thank you for the project, that you like it. I'm glad you're joining me today. So I'm going to use the Dark Daffodil Delight. And like I said, this is number 600 if yours are the numbers, but it's the medium dark blends, I believe it's called. So let me show you my ones that I practice on. These were the ones that I was practicing with. And you can kind of see the little bit of Daffodil Delight, but when you mix the colors, it just gives it a different look. So I'm going to go over all of these lines. I like to go over my dark lines first. And we are just gonna, I'm gonna try to do this quick. I like to spend a lot of time coloring, but when I'm not live, because then I don't want to keep you guys all day. I know we're all busy right about now with all the Christmas hustle and bustle. And I should have finished my other ones. I got started over here. And I've been playing around too with to color the ice cubes and the glass. I've tried light blues. I've tried pool party. I even tried mint macaron, anything to try and make it look like glass. But I'm gonna show you a trick, and I'm sure you've all seen this before. I had seen it before as well, and I just forget to do it. You know, you see something and you're like, oh. But when we were on stage, one of the ladies, she did it in her demonstration. And I was like, oh, why don't I do that more often? So this is Daffodil Delight Dark. So now we're just gonna go back over it with the medium dark blend. See, it kind of gives it that, I don't know, I don't want to say orangish color. I don't want to say copper. It just gives it a different, see from there, or if we were just to do it the solid brown. So a lot of times too, when there's things that are white or glass, you know me, I add Wink Stella to everything. And then you can just keep playing around with the colors to what you think is best. Like I said, I don't want to spend a lot of time, but just add some colors in there. So a lot of times I'll use Wink Stella on whatever's supposed to be white, just to, so it's not just plain white. But like I said, this trick, and of course this set does not have any dies, so we have to fussy cut. I don't mind fussy cutting. Some people don't like to fussy cut. I don't mind it at all. Like my retreat box that I had just created, the gnomes one, it was all fussy cutting. And I did not have any complaints from my customers who purchased the retreat, so that's a good thing. I was trying to show that you didn't need to have the bundle to make some adorable projects with that. I used the DSP, and we just cut everything out from the DSP to make our projects. I'm sure you've seen the pictures on my page. So there's those. I didn't do the most perfect coloring, but you get the idea. Well, thank you for sharing my project or my video. So here's the trick that I'm telling you about. So this is just regular old packing tape, and we're gonna cut some packing tape with my scissors, and we're gonna put it right over our projects. Let me do this over the glass because I did not, you know, I have this end taped because so that it doesn't fold, so you can't find it again. So how I just folded that corner over. And let me measure this. So then now we're going to have a clear finish on our glass bottles so that maybe they look like glass. And I'm probably making this look a little bit harder than what it really is. But we're just gonna put that right over our bottle and our glasses. And like I said, we're gonna fussy cut them. So let me just cut this paper out to make it a little bit easier. And can you see the shiny effect on it? So that maybe it looks like real glass instead of it just being left. Usually I'll leave a border on these ones. I'm gonna cut right up onto the black line. And see, these ones are not so hard to cut, to fussy cut. Like I said, I don't mind fussy cutting at all. Are you all prefer dies? I mean, don't get me wrong, I like dies, but like I said, I don't really have a problem with fussy cutting. I'm not the greatest cutter, but it'll do. If I make a mistake, that's a place for an embellishment, right? Just put an embellishment or put a ribbon right in that spot and nobody will ever know. This one's a little bit more tricky because we got the turns, but not as bad as some of the others I've had to fussy cut around. And when you do all these curves, you move your paper, not your scissors. And then you just cut, 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 cut as you move your paper. So there you go. So I don't know if on the camera it's showing you the shiny, but it'll also make it hard. So don't forget that anytime you need something nice and shiny, you can use some packing tape. Let's take these out. Now we're going to use dimensionals on these. And we'll stick them on the back of our project. And you know, they have little bottles of so many different ones. And if it's a different shape, like if it's a square bottom, just use your square dies. You know, the stylish shape, they have squares. So we're gonna put the bottle right up here. We'll put a glass kind of overlapping the bottle. And then we're gonna put this last one kind of like right behind it. Just like that. So whatever shape you need to, you know, to cut out to fit your bottle, just use the die that'll match. What I did is I just put the die, and I can't do it now that I have a bow, I just put it down to see what fit. So now we can put these back in, and we're gonna stamp our sentiments. So I'm using the Ho Ho Ho, and I'm using Poppy Parade ink. So Ho Ho Ho. I've been using this stamp pad a lot. I re-inked it and it's still not that bright. I need to re-ink it again. And we're gonna do You Make This Season Jolly, because who's not jolly after they have their drink? And we're gonna do that and shade it spruce. And then again, we're gonna cut these with the stylish shape dies, and I have the circle. I'm gonna cut this because I have this piece all wonky from me cutting out the glasses in the bottle. So I'm gonna use the banner and the circle dies. And let's do the banner. I'm gonna do this Ho 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 because it's a little bit darker with the circle. And hi Denise, how are you? All right. So let's take those out. Get this out of the way. Uh-oh, I need one more thing I forgot before I put it away. We need a Poppy Parade bow. And just a little one. This is the only die that I'm using from that Santa's Santa train dies. And it was just because I wanted the bow. And I'm sure we have other dies that have a bow in it. But, okay, now we could get this out of the way. You're making your Christmas cards now. Denise, I don't even want to say what I haven't done. I was just talking about me not Christmas shopping, and I gotta send my gifts out. So we're just gonna put a dimensional on that one. We'll put a dimensional on this one. And I wanted to use this ho 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 paper and the stamp. So now I'm just gonna use a glue dot for the bow. And we'll put the bow right here. And I have some of these snow or stars. I've been using them a lot for snowflakes, but they're stars. And we want to decorate back here. Put a couple around. And, oops. Oh, that's a dimensional thing. I find dimensional backings all over the place. I'm sure you all do too. The other day, me and my husband were getting ready to go somewhere. He's like, you got a dimensional back on your back? So I was like, can you take it off? But I'm always finding them. And for me, on my sample here, I used, I can't remember what the name of these ones are. This is a sequence. But you don't have to add anything. And then if you want to, just add one of these small stars. I might take it. Yeah, that'll be fine. And I forgot to grab them, so it was one of those sequence. But there is your project. Denise, we're too much alike. You haven't shopped either. So there's our project. I was gonna tie a bow, but I already have the bow on there. So I used the iridescent trim and just put the bow on there with the mini glue dot. And now I need to go back out and buy another can of peanuts and another bottle of booze. But there's our project today. I'm so glad you guys joined me. Thank you everyone for liking my project. And if you want the project sheet, just join my email list. Like I said, it goes out every Sunday. I send them out to my email customers and or my email subscribers, and they get the project sheet with the step-by-step instructions. And then I will add, now that I've done the video, I'll add a video link at the bottom, so then you can always refer back to the video as well. So thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great rest of your week. And Denise, get out there and shop and finish those Christmas cards. And I'll be right behind you. Take care, y'all. Bye.